Hello everyone, it's Stephen Mead with Domicile Real Estate. Today I'm standing out in front of a mid-1950s, mid-century modern ranch here in La Habra, California. This home is priced well under $900,000. And I love to feature these homes because I want people to know and to understand there are absolutely affordable, cool, and interesting homes at just about every single price range. You don't need to have a budget of $2 million to be able to buy something cool. I'm excited to show you this home because I think this proves there are still great opportunities out there, even for entry-level buyers. Let's take a look. The very first thing I want to talk about is this absolutely beautiful set of trees when you walk in here. Just gorgeous, and they provide a unique separation from the property. Now, what you see here is a very typical mid-1950s, mid-century modern ranch. Now, I will tell you, this one is one that has been updated over the years. Are all of the updates my favorite? No, but I think this is a great example of the kind of homes that you're going to see.
Future Stephen here. I promise I'll get you back to the video shortly. This home actually went under contract before we could even finish editing this video and posting it. And I want to give you a little bit of a notice and maybe even a little bit of a warning. If you're in this category of home, these sorts of hidden gems priced under $1 million, they tend to go quickly. This one was only on the market for about 4 days before they accepted an offer. So if this is the price range you are looking in, we would absolutely love to help you, but you can't be a casual observer waiting for us to do a video on it because you'll probably be too late. Anyhow, now back to the tour.
You've got a large driveway area as you walk in, plenty of off-street parking, and honestly, just a beautiful neighborhood, especially at this price point. I'm very pleased. This home is located just south of Whittier Boulevard, so if you're in La Habra, you probably know what that means. It's a great neighborhood. I also want to identify this little space here as you walk by the front door between the home and the garage. This little spot here could be a great little meditation garden, and I think a lot of these mid-century modern homes have these little secret spaces like this to develop. And again, just another nice shot of those trees because they are so pretty. Let's head inside. So when you walk in, I think this really is the star of the show for this home. And what a spectacular space that, to be honest, is remarkably original. I'm going to go here, give you kind of a good view so we can take a tour and walk around. So once we start to rotate around here, this really is the amazing view of this living room. You've got just a wall of glass. You've got exposed beams. This is post and beam construction. By the way, if you hear that term post and beam construction, what it means is that instead of traditional type framing, it uses larger beams, which you see overhead, and they rest on the posts. Now this home looks a lot like a Palmer and Kreisel design, but I'm not entirely sure that it is one. So I don't want to say that it's a Palmer and Kreisel, but there are a lot of similarities. Something else I want to draw your attention to is as we look up, these are extra wide ceiling planks. So this is called the TNG ceiling or tongue and groove. And when you look at these, most of the time they've been painted over the years. Another really awesome feature of this home is the original kitchen cabinetry and paneling. And so what you're seeing here is birch paneling. And birch was a very popular material in the mid-1950s. We've got a dining room space right here that we're taking a look at. And this dining room space looks out in the backyard. Don't worry, we are going to head out there. And I want to show you just kind of some of this original cabinetry that's still in place in this kitchen, because most of these homes, it's long gone by then. But I think what you might not realize is just how great some of the quality level was on this cabinetry. So we've got pantry storage here. We'll take a look inside. As you can see, we've got typical pantry items. By the way, this cabinetry is solid wood. It's not particle board. I think one of the strategies you might pursue in a home like this is that you may keep the original cabinetry, but update the countertops, update the backsplash. By the way, these countertops and backsplash are not original to the home, so they have in fact been changed as well. You've got a small eat-in area over here, and I feel like maybe this is some wasted space, and it might be something that you might want to think about changing or an area to expand the kitchen. You've got kind of a lot of room over here to do it. We've got a room that goes outside to the backyard. And then we're going to kind of spin around here and you'll see this is that living room that we just came out of. We've got even more storage in this hallway. And something I think is pretty cool in this home, I don't know if these are original details or not, but look at these wood closet doors. So we've actually got what appears to be maybe a Douglas fir frame, and this is birch paneling in the center. And it's so awesome in an era of everything being white to see the exposed wood like this. I'm going to take you into one of the secondary bedrooms, but first I want to draw your attention to a detailing here in these door casings. So this is something you'll find in a lot of mid-century modern homes, is we call these recessed casings. So there's no molding on the outside. The drywall and plasterboard actually comes around to the door jamb. And I think something that's super awesome about that is it gives you this clean and sleek appearance that you just don't find when you have a bunch of molding. The bad news, it's a little tricky to paint. So this is a secondary bedroom, and this is towards the front of the house. I'm gonna kind of come to this front corner, and I want to spin around and give you kind of a look to see, so you can get an idea what you're looking at. This is the back side of that hall cabinetry that actually comes into this bedroom, and they used it to create a headboard. So the more I look at this, the more I think this was something that was added by somebody in the past who clearly was an accomplished woodworker. We've got our original closet over there, and then we've kind of got this inset space. Even in these secondary bedrooms, you've got exposed beams and the tongue and groove ceiling, which has never been painted in this home. Such a cool detail. We've got air conditioning in here. This home is about 1,250 square feet. This home does have 3 bedrooms and 2 baths. I want to show you this original bathroom space, and I think they did some really cool things in here. So you've got this original vanity space down below, an undermount sink, and this does appear to be the original tile work in this bathroom. Again, we've even got vaulted ceilings in here as well. Super cool. And also we've got some extra storage in this bathroom, and I think the storage might have been built afterwards along with this upper piece that goes over. I think one of the owners in the line of this house was really quite a good woodworker and did a lot to sort of add these bespoke touches. We've got another bedroom towards the front of the house, and again, this one would be considered the primary suite. So we've got this built-in closet space here. I'm going to go to the far corner. Now, admittedly, in 1,261 square feet, you're not going to have a huge amount of space inside these bedrooms. This appears to be a queen-size bed, but I think a king would fit. Again, you've got lots of furniture actually in this room. We've got this built-in in here, right, that takes up extra space, and we've got a closet over there. We also have an ensuite, and so to give you a little bit of history, right, on homes like this, you know, an ensuite in 1955 was a luxury feature. Oh, by the way, we've got clerestory windows. When we step back in the hall, I'm going to tell you a little bit about kind of the origins of this home and why I think homes like these are so important. So here's our ensuite bathroom. Is it huge? No, but I think it works. We've got a shower, we've got a vanity, and obviously a commode. And then I'm going to take you into the final bedroom before we head outside. So this room, they're currently using it as a home office. Again, it's got a closet there, and we've got clerestory windows up above, open beams, tongue and groove ceiling. Again, that's throughout this house. And this is a pretty good sized room when you look at it. We've got access to our backyard there. So this is not a huge house. I'm going to come back into the living room because I want to talk to you a little bit about this style of homes and why homes like this are so important. So we'll go ahead and I'm going to spin around here and we're going to talk a second. So one of the reasons why I feature homes like this is because I think it's very important to understand if you're an entry-level buyer, where to make compromises. And something I love about this home is it's not perfect, but this home has absolutely amazing bones. Now, I could probably turn any home into something interesting, right? Enough time, money, and design effort, you can make the most boring of homes an absolute showplace. I truly believe that. But it's a lot easier when you start with a home like this that already has so many of these great features preserved. It's got great landscaping, it's got great details. I think a home like this is such an excellent foundation. And what I love is you can move into a home like this today. Like, you don't need to do anything to this home in order to move in, but you can also greatly upgrade a home like this over time. And I think that's really a great place to be if you're a first-time home buyer buying your first architectural or unique home. Anyhow, let's take a look outside. So we're gonna go out through this living room door space here. We've kind of got it already open. I wanna take you into the backyard and I'm gonna give you some of the unique features here that I love. So this home sits on a lot that is over 8,000 square feet. And I think you can see that when you're out here in this yard. So I'm gonna take you on a walk of the perimeter because you really have a lot of potential to do different things. And I wanna give some props to the seller of this home. This landscaping is beautiful. We've got Korean mondo grass. We've got some really nice specimen plants. Everything is beautiful. Look how they've done this kind of mounding of the plants surrounding this outdoor patio that's off the kitchen. I think what that does is it creates zones. And even though some people love the idea of a huge backyard, the reality is you're probably going to go play soccer at a park. You're not going to do it in your backyard. Your backyard should be the space for relaxing and entertaining. And I think a yard like this is really set up for that. And they have this beautiful patio that they've built over here. And so this gives you another look at just really how big this yard is. Again, it's over 8,000 square feet. Kind of a really super cool space. And you'll see this layering of plants, like when we're taking a look right here. And I think this is the stuff that really is the difference between a house that's pretty good and one that kind of tugs on your heartstrings. So I want to head back inside. I want to give you some of my final thoughts on a home like this, maybe even give you some ideas on, if I were an aspiring buyer, what are some of the things that I would change about this house? Now, mind you, it's a great space to begin with. Also, I love that we have this extra width on this side of the home. This is off that living room. And I think when you take a look here, you can see that you've really got some potential to make this a cool, relaxing spot. And by the way, this will be shady in the afternoons. But let's head back inside. I'm going to give you some of my final thoughts on this home, what I would change about it, what I would do if I were the one buying it. So let's go ahead. We're gonna take a little bit of a look here. So, all right, so we're here in the Habra at this home. Also, I want to give a huge thanks to the seller's agent of this property, Kathy Felix with TNG Real Estate. She's graciously allowed us to come in here and share this home with you. Obviously, if you're interested in a home like this, it's not our listing. We would love to represent you as a buyer. And if it's not this home and you'd just like to work with us, as we are experts in architectural and unique homes here in Southern California, absolutely, I would love to work with you. Definitely reach out through there. A couple of things about this house that maybe I would change. I think probably the first thing is I would change the paint colors. There's some spots in some rooms. I would unify the baseboard trim. And something that a lot of people don't talk about, but in a home like this would make a huge difference, is I think selecting furnishings that really complement the architecture. I think that's something that doesn't even have to be expensive to do, but can make a huge difference. Anyhow, thanks so much for watching. We love to have you here. Questions, comments, we love those too. Thanks so much, and we'll see you again real soon.